Alright, hello everyone, it's Gstar321 here again, and we are back with more Resident Evil 3, and we're picking up where we left off in the last video. If you remember, in the last video, we got the machine oil and the fuse. However, like I said in the last video, the machine oil alone is not enough to get the cable car going, so we need to go and find oil additive to mix it with the machine oil, and then we can get out of here. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing now, and the location of the oil additive is in the sales office. And I don't know if you just saw me, what I did then, I combined gunpowder BB-8 with the reloading tool, and I got 66 handgun bullets as opposed to 60. Normally I would have gotten 60, but because I've gained experience creating handgun ammunition, I got more. I got 66 handgun bullets, and also collected 6 grenade launcher rounds out of that car. Make sure you get that because it's very important. Grenade launcher rounds, very, very important. I'll be using them to create freeze rounds later on. Just some crows here, pointless enemies, just run past them. They barely do any damage. I remember once on a previous playthrough I was on danger health, so I was limping like a bitch, and I just wanted to die for whatever reason, I can't remember, and there was a bunch of crows and I thought, okay, they should be able to kill me. It took like a minute, maybe longer, for the crows to kill me. It was terrible. They were pecking me like crazy and I was on danger. I should have died immediately, but that's how weak they are. And just then you saw me remove the fire hose from the wall with the wrench. So you do need the wrench. Remember, we found the wrench in the cable car. And with the fire hose, we're going to put it here, and we're going to basically extinguish the flames, and we will now be able to go through. That will lead us to the sales office. Now we're going to meet up with Nikolaj in the sales office. This comes back to that choice we made earlier on in the restaurant, where that live selection, where I had that choice to make, and I chose to hide in the kitchen. As a result, I met up with Carlos at the gas station, and I'm now going to meet up with Nikolaj at the sales office. If you run into the basement for that choice, then you will meet Nikolaj at the gas station and Carlos at the sales office. There's some more of these brain sucker enemies here. There's also another crank on the ground there. I just shot an explosive barrel. I don't think it did anything. Yeah, the other one's still alive. Fuck. Now make sure you grab this crank, and I'll talk about why a bit later on. But coming up here, we've got a cutscene.
Wait!
What did you do?
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
But he was still conscious, wasn't he?
He was as good as dead. And it took fewer bullets to kill him now than it would have if he had transformed.
Nikolaj, I don't know about you. I just don't know. So there is another file to read. There are actually 2 files here in the sales office. Make sure you read that manager's report first, then go over to the cabinets and read the business facts. There are no other items here in the sales office except for, I believe, some ink ribbons, but we won't be saving for this playthrough. And make sure you use the remote there to turn on the TV, because that is actually what you saw there, AquaCure. That is the password that we need to input into this computer to get the door open. And the door, which we will go through, will lead us to the oil additive. So it's usually AquaCure, Adravil, or Safsprin. I don't think it's been anything else from memory. It's usually one of those 3. So here we are, and there's also some steam pipes there. We're going to make use of them in a minute, and you'll see why zombies will break in. But there's the oil additive, make sure you grab that. And I didn't see any gunpowder here. Normally there is some. So here come the zombies, and watch what I'm going to do. I shoot the valve off that steam pipe there, and look, the zombies walk into it, and I don't believe they die immediately from it. They get staggered back, but if they touch it again, then they will die. But as you can see, I don't have much patience waiting for them to walk into the steam pipe, so I just go ahead and shoot them. Yeah, there's quite a lot of zombies once you come back out of that room, so be very careful here. You can easily get grabbed, unless you're good at doing the dodge maneuver or taking care of them. Awesome, just got a critical headshot there. God damn it, die. How many are there? I'm just going to ignore the rest and run straight out. And I'm going to run straight past that brain sucker. So that's it, guys. We now have the oil additive. We are good to go back to the cable car. But remember, we picked up the square crank. So I'm going to show you where to use that right now. And also, this is very important. Once you've used the square crank in the correct location, and basically where we use it, it'll just roll up a shutter door, and there's going to be some grenade launcher rounds. But after we've done that, you know, you may be tempted to run straight back to the cable car and put the oil in and the fuse. Don't, because there is still another file to pick up and read. So that's where I'm going now as well. It's actually back where Dario was. If you remember, Dario is that guy we met at the beginning of the game, and he chucked a hissy fit and locked himself in that container. Well, we're going to go back to him and see how he's going. How do you guys think he's faring? You think he's still in there? Well, you will see. But here we go. This is where we use the square crank. So we're just going to roll up this shutter door, and there will be 3 sets of regular grenade launcher rounds here. Absolutely fantastic. Don't forget about this. It's very important. Grenade launcher rounds. Look, we haven't even really been using the grenade launcher that much up until this point. But for the next Nemesis fight, it's going to become very clear why we need grenade launcher rounds. More specifically, freeze rounds. But I'll get into that for the Nemesis fight. So we're just backtracking now to pretty much the beginning of the game where Dario is in that container. Just be careful, there'll be some zombies floating around as you make your way back. And while we're doing this, I'm going to touch up again on the topic of ammo creation. Yep, I know, you're going, fuck off G-Star again with the ammo creation bullshit. Yes, I'm sorry. I have to keep talking about it because there is so much to say. Oh, look, here we go. Did you see that? The zombies over there were feasting on someone. Guess who that was? Dario. So, who knows? Maybe did he come out of the container? I don't know. Or did they get in somehow? But anyway, Dario is dead. And that's the memo you need to pick up and read. Make sure you do that. And more importantly, there's some gunpowder here. So that's pretty cool. Make sure you grab that as well. So yeah, on to ammo creation. If you remember, I kept going on about how you can make gunpowder AAA, gunpowder BA, and so on. Now, you can't actually make, for example, gunpowder A. You know what I mean? You can't combine gunpowder A 4 times together. 3 is the max that you can do. Okay, so gunpowder AAA, gunpowder BBA, and so on. Now, if you create handgun ammunition 8 times, and when I mean create handgun ammunition, I mean you use the reloading tool 8 times, and as a result of that, you get handgun ammunition. On the 8th time you do it, you'll be given an option, and it will say, do you wish to create enhanced ammo? Alright, so that's pretty cool. On the 8th time you create handgun ammunition, and this goes for shotgun ammunition as well. So on the 8th time you create either handgun ammunition or shotgun ammunition, then you will be given a choice to create enhanced ammo. Enhanced ammo is awesome, but I actually don't find myself using it, and I'll talk about why a bit later. For the time being, we have a live selection here. This is the most pointless live selection in the whole game. So yeah, basically you can climb up or jump off. I always climb up, because if you jump off, you just head down to a sewer area and you climb up a ladder. There's no items or anything down there except for some annoying worm enemies. But yeah, you climb up a ladder and you end up back outside the parking lot, like a room back. It's just pointless, it's a waste of time, it has no bearing on the story, so who cares what choice you make for that live selection. Now just before I talk a little bit more about enhanced ammo, I'm going to go into this save room here and watch. I'm going to start creating freeze rounds. So as you can see, I've just combined gunpowder A and B together, and I got gunpowder C. I did that twice, so I got 2 gunpowder Cs, and then I combined those 2 gunpowder Cs together to get gunpowder CC. Finally, I combined gunpowder CC with 6 regular grenade launcher rounds, and that gave me 12 freeze rounds. Awesome, and look at that, I've just created some more. So I've now got 18 freeze rounds in total. Nemesis is about to get fucked up. Excellent. And as you can see, I've got the grenade launcher there ready for this fight, and I'm going to take out, yeah, the first aid box just in case of any bullshit, and I'm taking the fuse out and the oil because we're heading straight back to the cable car now. So before I get into this fight with Nemesis, let me just quickly talk about enhanced ammo. Very quickly, you can only use enhanced ammo for the regular handgun and the regular shotgun. So that's the main reason why I don't bother using the enhanced ammo. It's good, I mean, the enhanced handgun ammo actually stuns Nemesis when you shoot him, and it does more damage, but I just prefer the evil handgun, it's a lot faster. And here we go, Nemesis. I'm just gonna run immediately. Watch what I do here. I've found a glitch for this specific Nemesis fight. Run past him on his right. Oh, bullshit. He punched me. What a disgrace. Anyway, watch this. I'm hugging that sort of garden bed there. And as you can see, he gets stuck on the end of it. But he does come off occasionally. Sometimes he stays there. Fucking hell. This is terrible. Watching this now. God. Yeah, you've got to really... If he grabs you and throws you down, you have to mash all the buttons like crazy to get back up, because if you don't get back up in time, he will walk over and grab you again. His grab does the most damage. You don't want to get grabbed by him. The punch is okay, I don't mind getting punched by him, but that grab is fucking dangerous. And there you go, look how quick he went down by using those freeze rounds. Just getting a few shots off with the Eagle handgun here. And this is funny, I actually glitched him here, but this wasn't intentional. Look at this. I don't know how I did this, guys, but I was just laughing my ass off when that happened, and I took full advantage of it. Ooh, danger, not cool. Yeah, I just took full advantage of that situation and popped off quite a few shots with the Eagle handgun. But now I'm going to go back to the freeze rounds. Ooh, yeah. Oh, cool. I glitched him still. And there you go. And look at that. We now have the M37 Parts B. So we can now create the custom Western M37 shotgun. Great shotgun, guys. Absolutely fantastic. And actually, the enhanced ammo for... not the custom shotgun, I'm talking the regular shotgun. Like I said, you can only use enhanced ammo for the regular handgun and shotgun. But The enhanced shotgun ammunition, it's like buckshot shells. It absolutely just destroys everything in its path. When you shoot it, everything in front of you literally just explodes. It's fantastic. But here we go, guys. We've got a cutscene here. This is our first encounter with the enemy known as Gravedigger. God damn, look at that thing. It's like a giant worm. But all we have to do here is turn on the power in 2 locations. Pretty much what I'm doing here. And then go up the ladder. That's it. Bring the ladder down first and then climb up. So here you go. This is all I do. You don't even have to fight this enemy. You just ignore it and you just climb up the ladder and go. You've got to be quick though about bringing that ladder down. Otherwise he will hit you. But here we go, guys. We're finally back at the cable car and I'm going to put the fuse and the oil in place. And once we do, we'll get a cutscene and we're going to have to fight Nemesis again.
It looks like we're ready to go. Here, take this.
And this is cool. Carlos gives you some flame rounds.
Okay. Nikolaj won't be joining us.
I understand. I'll operate the cable car. Let's go.
So just run through the door for another cutscene.
It's looking good. Mikhail!
Here we go. This is a nasty fight. Let's do it.
Mikhail!
So I've got my freeze rounds here. Oh, he dodged it straight away. This is a terrible fight because you're in a confined space. You don't really have much room to maneuver. You can only go up and down this carriage. It's absolutely disgusting. But basically, I'm just going to be using my freeze rounds. If you don't have the freeze rounds, use the flame rounds that Carlos gave you because they do quite a lot of damage as well. And just be careful because Nemesis can dodge, which is very annoying when that happens, but just keep doing this and you will defeat him. Just make sure you're not backed up against a wall when he tries to grab you, because even if you dodge, see, look, that's going to happen. He'll just grab you anyway. You've got nowhere to dodge, you know what I mean? You can't dodge back against the wall. And once you drop him once, that's it.
Jill, get out of the cable car now!
Mikhail, wait, don't!
Get out of here! Hurry! Just a little closer.
Mikhail.
No, the brakes are out.
So we've got another live selection here, guys. I'm going to choose to jump out of the window and I'll talk about why later.
It's useless.
So the train has crashed and where we are is the chapel. I love this part of the game. It's absolutely awesome. Some zombies there. You can safely ignore them. So basically by jumping out of the window, you end up at the rear of the chapel, and if you choose to hit the emergency brake on the cable car, you will end up at the front of the chapel. Now, by jumping out of the window, when you meet up with Carlos, he actually gives you 6 freeze rounds. Whereas if you were to hit the emergency brake, he doesn't. So that is why I chose to jump out of the window, simply so I can get an extra 6 freeze rounds. And I just used the clock tower key on the door there to unlock it. So I'm just going to be doing a bit of house cleaning here. My inventory is a bit of a mess. Look at that shit. What a disgrace. Totally disorganized. I'm just trying to think about how I'm going to manage all this. So while I'm doing this, let me just go back onto the topic of enhanced ammo. Why don't I use enhanced ammo? Simply put, I don't like it. Alright? The enhanced handgun ammo is pretty good. It's more powerful than the regular handgun ammo. It's more powerful than the Eagle handgun. I mean, the Eagle handgun and the regular handgun do the same amount of damage anyway, so yeah, look, the enhanced handgun ammo does do more damage, but that's really it. That's where the advantages of enhanced handgun ammo finish. Look, it does have one other really nice benefit, and that is if you shoot Nemesis with it. I briefly touched on this a bit earlier on, but I didn't get to finish what I was saying. If you shoot Nemesis with the enhanced handgun ammo, he will stop dead in his tracks for a moment. So if he's running towards you and you shoot him with it, he will basically stop dead in his tracks, which is great. But look, I prefer to just take down Nemesis quickly, and that's why I prefer the Eagle handgun.
Carlos!
Phew. Well, we both managed to survive. Maybe we can start helping each other again.
Yeah, it's been rough. But we can rest now.
No, we're the only ones left. There's no rest for the wicked. Here's a gift for you.
Awesome, so here we go. Look, freeze rounds. Hell yeah. And there's some more grenade launcher rounds there on the table. Make sure you grab that. I love this part of the game. Oh, listen to this music. It's so creepy. And yes, there is the mine thrower weapon, as well as a file to read. Now, my stance on the mine thrower is it sucks. It's a terrible weapon. I hate it. The mine thrower is ass. Absolutely disgusting. Makes me sick, that weapon. Look, it's... Oh, and there's another file. Make sure you read that one. Look, it's... I just don't like it, alright? Maybe there's some people out there that like it and use it. Personally, I think it's a pointless weapon. You don't even need it. But you'll only find it here on hard mode. If you're playing on easy mode, you won't even find the mine thrower weapon. Look, it's just... it's good against regular zombies, I guess. Regular enemies. Basically what happens is when you shoot it, it fires out a mine, I guess, which sort of sticks to the enemy, and then after a set amount of time it explodes. So I don't know, it's really up to you if you want to use it. Like, I've tried using it against Nemesis, but I felt like it was just taking way too long to kill him with it, and it's very awkward to fire. You know, for example, like I'll fire at Nemesis a mine which will stick to him, and then he'll run towards me and it will blow up, and thus I will take splash damage as a result. So fuck the mine thrower, I don't like it. But anyway, let's focus on what we're doing here in the chapel. Yep, zombies break in, and you're gonna see the Western custom shotgun. Look at this. Look how cool it looks. I love how Jill fires it. Very fast to fire and very fast to reload. But that is it, guys. You won't ever see me use this shotgun or the normal shotgun ever again. Oh, I use it here to blow up this, shoot the bomb and blow it up. Yeah, take care of... Oh, it didn't even kill any of the spiders, did it? Terrible. But yeah, I won't be using either shotgun at all for the rest of the game. It's just not necessary. And that's the main reason why I don't create enhanced shotgun ammo. I'll talk about the enhanced shotgun ammo in a minute, but here we meet up with Nemesis again. Stars. So for this live selection, I always choose to use the cord to take care of him, because it kills him and you get an item. Lovely. So he's dead. For the time being, that is. And there you go, he just dropped another first aid box. Beautiful. So that is the 6th item that Nemesis drops. The next time we kill him, he will drop the 7th and final item. Ooh, I just heard him scream there. So yeah, he does get back up, and we're going to have to fight him after this, but I'm just doing a bit of house cleaning here. So yeah, back onto the enhanced shotgun ammunition. Like I said before, it's pretty much like using buckshot shells. And it just obliterates everything in its path. But like I said before, I just don't find myself using the shotgun from this point on. So it's meaningless for me to go ahead and create enhanced shotgun ammunition. The reason why I don't use the shotgun, any of the shotguns from this point on, is because the next item that Nemesis drops is an infinite ammo clip. And basically what I'm going to be doing is combining that infinite ammo clip with the magnum. And that will of course give me infinite ammo for the magnum. So that's the weapon I'll be using from that point on. The magnum is great because it one-shot kills just about everything in the game except for Nemesis and sub-bosses and bosses and so on. You can combine the infinite ammo item that Nemesis drops with any weapon in the game. Even the grenade launcher. So say, and how that works is, say if you have, for example, 1 freeze round in the grenade launcher, and you combine the infinite ammo item with it, you will get infinite freeze rounds. Same with if you've got a flame round or acid round in the chamber. Alright, so here we go guys, this is a puzzle we have to solve. The answer to this puzzle is always the same. You have to move these chips, I guess they are, either up or down. The answer is always UDU, UDU. So the chip in position A is up, B is down, C is up, D is up, E is down, F is up. And then you hit play, and it will do this and reveal an item to us. I haven't really been talking too much about what we're actually doing here in the chapel, but grab this Chrono's chain and combine it with the clock tower key. We will need that to open a door, and I put a cog in my stash a bit earlier on. There it was, we just went past it. If I put the cog in the set of gears right next to me where I'm standing, it won't do anything. You need another cog. So we have to combine the 2 cogs together and then we put it in place. And basically what that will do is... Ooh, there's Nemesis. I'm going to fight him in a minute, guys. Yeah, basically by putting the 2 cogs when they're combined together in place, that will ring the church bell and signal for the helicopter to come and save us. So that's what's happening in terms of the story here. So I'm going to fight Nemesis in this room, and of course I'm going freeze rounds all the way. I'm not too sure how many freeze rounds I have actually. I wasn't really paying attention, but we'll see here. Usually 6 freeze rounds and he'll go down, give or take. Then when he gets back up, another 6 and he will drop finally. And I'm noticing here that he's doing a lot of dodging whenever I'm firing the freeze rounds out at him. That can be incredibly infuriating, especially if you've got a limited amount of freeze rounds. Let's see how we go here. Okay, got him there, that's good. tried to punch me, I dodged, went for the grab. Sometimes the camera angles are a bit shit, you can't really see, yeah, like I didn't really know who was gonna run. Ooh, caution, very dangerous. If you're on, that was the orange caution state as well. If you're on the orange caution state and he grabs you, it's safe to say that you are dead. It's over. So you've always got to be mindful of your health in the Nemesis fights, but there we go, he's dead. And yeah, he didn't drop an item because we got it when we used the cord on him before. And actually that reminds me, if you choose to use the light for that live selection, then he will fall off the balcony and you won't get an item from him. So yeah, that sucks. And actually that's where we used the Chrono's key just then to open that door. So what we're doing now is, oh, there's another file here to collect and read. What we're doing now is trying to locate the second cog. That's it. Once we have it, we combine it with the cog we already have in our stash, and like I said before, we put it in place where those gears were, and that will ring the church bell and we can get out of here, ideally. Now this puzzle sucks. I hate it. It's a shit puzzle. I don't really, it's just a pain in the ass. Basically, look guys, I'm not going to explain how to do it in depth, but what you need to do in absolute basic terms is get the middle clock to point to 12 o'clock, like that. Once you do, the clock falls out and the second cog is there to collect. Now with that puzzle, when you put the certain balls in a specific place, you know, the obsidian ball, amber ball and crystal ball, when you put them in a specific place, it will make the middle clock either move forwards or backwards in time by a set amount. So that's what you have to do. You have to figure out what ball goes where by looking at how it affects the middle clock. That's it. There are 6 possible solutions to that puzzle. I've written down all the answers on a piece of paper, and it's based on what the middle clock is first pointing at, what time it's showing. So because it was showing 9 o'clock for me, the answer was obsidian, amber, then crystal, from left to right. But anyway, we've done that puzzle now, and we now have the 2 cogs. I'm going to combine them together. Gears they're actually called, the gold gear and the silver gear. So there you go, the Chrono's gear we have now. So once I put it in place, that's going to make the church bell ring and the chopper will come to rescue us. Or will it? Well, you will see. I don't want to particularly spoil anything, but I will say this. I have a grenade launcher with 11 freeze rounds. Here we go.
We're saved. Down here! It's finally over.
He just does not let up, does he? But look guys, I'll leave it here and save this fight for the next video.